and I will follow the scientists. They know me, and they know every human being. And that's we don't want to know actually. In the next classes, one of the class will come where this particular um, topic will come. I will not highlight this now, but just I'm skipping to my next content. So how we are pathetically living our life because we are unknown about ourselves, and that's why we have to live our conscious life. We actually all these things which I just explained and just giving you a hint and reminder who we are and where we are stuck is exactly we are unconsciously dipped in this. We are unconsciously drawn in this thing. We all are unconscious. And you know, when person is unconscious and something is happening with, he or she does not know and can never know about this thing. You know, if you are unconscious and something is doing something with you, you will never know what's happening. And we, as a global, on a global level, I'm not talking about a particular country or particular group of people or religious people or fanatic people or scientific group or philosopher group or authors group or feminine movement or masculine movement or economic movement or socialism or capitalism. I'm not talking about anything. I'm talking about the overall thing, about the whole situation of our planet. All living in a falsehood. And we admit it. When we open little bit eye, we open, oh yes, you are right. Now I have opened eye, but what I can do? And that is called ignorance. If you know about the famous author Yuval Noah Harari, he wrote an amazing one of the book, 21st Lessons of the for the 21st Century, and in which he says amazing truths about our world. I would ask Jenny if you can read this wonderful quote.
Truth. If you feel overwhelmed and confused by the global predicament, you are on the right track. Global processes have become too complicated for any single person to understand. How then can you know the truth about the world and avoid falling victim to propaganda and misinformation?
Thank you. Um, so we are bombarded by misinformation, consp- conspiracy theories, propagandas. Never ever have a truth, and we think that we know. Secret agencies of the countries, hidden organizations, communities are working against other, against opponent, and propagandas are everywhere. And everybody looks everybody's right and everybody looks everybody's wrong. Republicans are against Democrats. Labours are against Tories group in UK. Pakistan and India are at the verge of atomic war. Korea and America can hit anyone anytime. You know, these crises between the countries are not one night. Ages were happening. Misinformation, propagandas are exchanging from one way to other way, against one group, against other group, based on organized ego, based on organized propagandas against each other. And that has built up now in a form of atomic bombs in the name of self-defense. We have self-defense to have an atomic bomb. We have a self-defense. We have a right to have billions of army in our world, millions of army in my country to save the borders. Are our borders are safe than before? I ask question to your country, wherever you belongs to. You're still giving your all people of the country giving massive amount of taxes to giving to your armies to save you from external people. How much you are successful and keep you away from fears. Every country has still so many threats, and these all global issues and the country's issues and the further the city issue, the communities issue, the racial issues, the genders issue, violence against women and the children, all these things start from one thing: as a unit, who I am. Because until I don't know who I am, whatever I will be projected, I will show, and that will be shown through my action as a single person, and that will be multiplied many people, and that will be multiplied to become form a group against other, because that falsehood make me and have given me one identity, and that when these identities multiply with many thousands, and that become an army against other army, that become a group against other group, and that's how the clash happens, how the chaos is inevitable, whether on a political level, internally in the countries, in the society, whether it's conflict within the cities or on a global level. So, so this is the thing which we are witnessing, that how we are ignorant, what the level of ignorance we have, extreme level of ignorance we have. And if we see the medical level, I just give the example of medical because we all are think we are body, and we are very scared of being um, ill, and we think that our medical science is so much advanced, and they are successful to eradicate and prevention of many fatal diseases. But are they really successful? I mean, not they, we, because these medical doctors and medical profession belongs to me. They are human being. Have they discovered the happiness? Are they spreading the happiness? Are they successful to give longevity, live longer? No. We all are creating different diseases. Every day a new type of syndrome we discovering. Every day new type of germs, viruses, bacteria, fungus, diseases I'm discovering. Yes, I'm able to cure one disease, but at the same time 10 new diseases are coming. Why? Because I love to create diseases because my ego mind love to know new things, because my ego mind always seek a new situation, complexities, a new enemies in form of disease, in form of countries, in form of other opposite groups. I love to seek them. And I see them. Why? Because I don't know who I am. Anyone who can make me anything. If I will start to live in um, in a country where people are uh, walking with their hands and their legs are up, down, right, upright, and if I'm living with them for 10 years, one day I will also walking with my hands, and my hands will be upright. Whatever you are living, you are becoming that thing without knowing what is truth actually. That's how the nurturing is impactful to reshape your life. And you think that you know the truth. You think that you are living with truth. No, we don't live with truth. We don't have concern to know about truth. What we need to know, what fit for me, how I will satisfy my ego, how I will protect my rights as a woman, as a man, as a American, as a British citizen, um, as a Christian, or as a Muslim, or as a, so these I'm here to protect my these false identities which I have created myself, and now I'm protecting it. I'm trying to do all actions to secure them, because I'm thinking that's these are I am, and that is happening everywhere. So let's go to the last uh, 5 minutes or 10 minutes of our class. I wanted to read a lot of readings. Due to the time, I will not cover the whole. Um, there is initial, some of the paragraphs I have taken from Eckhart Tolle's amazing book, A New Earth. A New Earth is about the overall, is an amazing book, and it is about awakening and shaking ourselves from unconscious to become conscious what we are and what we are doing. And the first two paragraphs we will read, and we will learn about what is the significance of this importance, of who we are. So I would ask my Zoom audience to read it with me. And I believe my Facebook audience, uh, they are able to also listen. Let me just turn on my speakers louder so that you can listen from my speakers, my microphone. Uh, Let me see if somebody is there. Okay. Uh, right. So I would ask Jenny if you can start it, then the second paragraph Mike will read.
Nathi Sutan, know thyself. These words were inscribed above the entrance of the temple of Apollo at Delphi, site of the sacred oracle. In ancient Greece, people would visit the oracle hoping to find out what destiny had in store for them or what course of action to take in a particular situation. It is likely that most visitors read those words as they entered the building without realizing that they pointed to a deeper truth than anything the oracle could possibly tell them. They may not have realized either that no matter how great a revelation or how accurate the information they received, it would ultimately prove to be of no avail, would not save them from further unhappiness and self created suffering if they fail to find the truth that is concealed in that injunction. know thyself. What those words imply is this: before you ask any other question, first ask the most fundamental question of your life: who am I?
Thank you. It's a great reading. Yeah, Mike, you can continue, please, for this.
Unconscious people, and many remain unconscious, trapped in their egos throughout their lives, will quickly tell you who they are: their name, their occupation, their personal history, the shape or state of their body, and whatever else they identify with. Others may appear to be more involved because they think of themselves as an immortal soul or divine spirit. But do they really know themselves, or have they just added some spiritual sounding concepts to the content of their mind? Knowing yourself goes far deeper than the adoption of a set of ideas or beliefs. Spiritual ideas and beliefs may at best be helpful pointers, but in themselves they rarely have the power to dislodge the more firmly established core concepts of who you think you are, which are part of the conditioning of the human mind. Knowing yourself deeply has nothing to do with whatever ideas are floating around in your mind. Knowing yourself is to be rooted in being instead of lost in your mind.
Thank you. It's a great reading for Jenny and Mike, my colleagues. Thank you very much. So it's there are two main things which we will we are learning through this reading. So Eckhart Tolle, he is one of the greatest influencer in the world. He said that when we are introducing ourselves to other people, or when we are thinking about myself, we think about mostly about my name. Oh, hello, I'm a Maratib. Oh, I'm a John. Oh, hello, I'm a Krishna. Or this thing. Or we tell about our patient. If you ask anyone, uh, oh, can I introduce my colleague? So I will say, oh, hello, uh, she is Jenny, and her occupation is a director of the company. And that's we associate, we introduce ourselves or someone with their occupation because it's a part of our identity or ourself with multiple identities, and one of the identity is occupation of that person or the personal history or background or some race, yeah, or a body shape, uh, in maybe in male or female, we are identified, um, and we do, or so many other things, religious identity, um, language identity, uh, other social identities, and there are so many social groups, and that's think we are. And Eckhart Tolle is pointing out ultimate reality is these all are the creation of our minds, and we are lost in this. We are unconsciously think we are these because if we want to know who we truly are, we have to be know that we are being, we are conscious, we are not a person who believes on certain beliefs and ideas, whether I make them very fascinating, very different, very intellectual. No, no, these are still creation of your mind. So this is the most important thing about our one of the cause that whatever we are thinking about ourselves, we are not this thing. We identify this thing, and these are all borrowed identities. Like I said earlier, mostly or even each identity and thing which we say we are identified does not reflect my choice. I never choose them. And even I never choose my name. Who is Maratib? I never choose my name. My dad chose once this name, and when he or my mom or my family repeatedly that name Maratib, Maratib, oh Maratib, come here, or Maratib, go there, and then this name start to identify me, and I also admitted, okay, I am Maratib. That's it. So I'm talking about here beyond deepest level. On the world level, of course I am Maratib. Of course I am a male. Of course I'm a person of multi association of different things. But I'm not that those actually. I'm not a director. I'm not a cultural identity market person. I'm not a man. I'm not a Maratip. These are all associations which you have given me and I have borrowed to you from you since I born in this world till my death. So who I am, that's we are going to learn in next couple of weeks. All debate, all research, all text we will reading is very serious conversation. It's a contemplation, is a process to question and make your existing belief as a challenge until you know really and you free from all these compulsion, obligations, beliefs, paradigms into the next level. That's we are going to achieve. And last thing is about this oracle. So Eckhart is telling about in ancient Greece, there used to be a place where people used to go and ask their different questions, and they were looking and they were seeking for their answer from from the building, and inside there were some people who were very close to their gods, and when they asked the solution from these people who were near the gods, or they may have a great knowledge of that time, then only they ask the question to the people who are asking, who's looking for salvation. Do you know who I am or who you are? That's the first ask. They were asking the most fundamental question, because this is the only question. If I'm clear about 100% on a conscious level, on a higher level, then my whole relationship with my external things and people, and with my world, and with my planet, with my environment, will be ideal, will be amazing, and that's is important thing. So that was the first class, truth of ignorance. Um, that I elaborate, I explain how we are ignorant. And in a religious term as well, if you are a Christian, if you are a Jew, if you are a Hindu, if you are a Buddhist, if you are a Muslim, in your sacred scriptures, they often have this notion as well, frequently again and again, that know yourself, then you will know the God. Know yourself, then you will know the reality, ultimate reality. And uh, many people who came on this planet for guidance for mankind, uh, including um, Buddha, including Jesus Christ, including Prophet Muhammad, uh, and many other people, uh, they mention particularly one notion, one thing again and again through their teachings, through their action, or their action were the reflection of their homework, uh, that they knew very well about who they are or they were, whether they borrow this knowledge or this association from their God or Allah, or they were itself God, or they knew whatever it was, but their central theme of their teachings, of their religion, anyway, religion were derived later in an organized form, but their presence on this earth were um, were circulating about this thing very much, uh, to removing this ignorance. I remember many quotes from Jesus about exactly the same idea, not idea, I will not say idea, about the same truth. I know many sayings from Prophet Muhammad as well. Um, and he was talking much more about knowing yourself, knowing towards Allah, and stuff like that. Um, and the same thing about Buddha as well. He also um, talked about a lot of things, the same, and telling the nature of the reality, the nature of self, the nature of human being. And from there, you interpret the outer world. You start to interpret the new perception about the world. Um, and that is so important. And that's why this course will cover a lot of things. But here is a homework for you. The homework is very important, because if you will, and obviously I assume that every audience is a damn serious about themselves, and they have a contemplation, courage about, um, and even though their ego will have a resistance against the nature of questioning we are going to do, nature of inquiry we are going to do in this course. But if you have done, or if you will stay consistent, I'm sure this will be the one of the mind-blowing and really great investment of your time in your life, if you will do some homework about these things which we talk about. So whatever the question you will have, or what the feelings you are going to have now, or maybe you will have some comment, you will have some thought, maybe you have some resistance what I have talked about. Maybe you are affirming, you are um, positively uh, admitting what I have talked about. Whatever, you need to learn consciously, not silently, consciously. Open your mind on a conscious level, because there is being inside you beyond your mind. You are not mind. Mind is a creation of your society, which gives you perception through your five senses. If your mind is not under your being, then mind will ruin your life. No matter whichever identity you will associate, this mind will never satisfy. This mind will never be simple. This mind will take you more complexity because mind loves complexity. Mind loves enemy. Mind loves to become different. Mind loves separation of your group, yourself from other. So until your mind is under your conscious, you're under your being, and you understand your mind is a part of yourself, not yourself, then you will be leading your life as a true leader. Then your relationship will be quality relationship. Then your all vision uh, will be free from any fear. Then you will not have a fear of success. Then all things will go very smoothly. You will not have a fear of death even, because you know that what is death means and what does it mean by death of the person. That we will cover in next coming of episodes as well. But contemplate, question about your belief, not think everything blindly. What your parents, what your media, what the society, what the government, what the people have told you about things. No, not at all. Do you have any question? You have any comment uh, about the thing? Until I will check my Facebook if somebody has something. Um, I can't see, read their Facebook stuff. Uh, Let me see if I can see. Let me see from my phone, maybe I will get, because it's showing me the recording section. Yeah. All right. So that's it of my class. So next class, we are going to learn um, in details more about specific. We will be more specific about topic and more reading so that we can cover a lot of things. Um, that what do you think who you are? So if you have some questions from today, um, then it will be clear next week more, because the other today's topic was more about overall journey of this course. About we'll have some clarity what we are going to achieve, and next week we will learn in details what do you think who you are, and then from there we will start to um, have a contemplation, have a questioning about our beliefs, our nurturing, and from organized reading, from organized source, which I could provide, I can prepare for you. And I can ask you to invite your friend and family about this online course and its registration. And you, if you don't want to become part of this course, you still can join this course as a online, a random, a lecture or random online video. Uh, Thank you very much. I appreciate your presence. And tomorrow we will go next Sunday, meet you in the same class, same on a Zoom and on Facebook Live on our same. So check the link below. and put your question below for anything related to your idea or question related to your existence, about yourself, and be ready to know yourself so that we can live an amazing life. Thank you. I'm your host, Maratib Ali Shad. See you next Sunday.
Bye, Maratib.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.